If you're working on Shopify SEO, you already know what most advice sounds like. Fix technical issues, optimize titles, write better descriptions, build links, and publish blogs. That stuff matters, but it leaves out the hardest part for most brands. And the hardest part is keeping the product pages and collection pages improving over time in a way that matches how people actually shop. Real questions, real use cases, real does this look like the photo proof? And that's where creators come in, because creators naturally generate the kind of language shoppers use and the kind of context your product pages usually don't have enough of. In other words, this isn't UGC for the vibes. This is using creators to consistently feed your store with the exact stuff that makes pages more helpful. Real captions, real descriptions, real proof. Here's the connection. When you take what creators say about your product and use it to beef up your product descriptions, your FAQs, your sizing notes, and your collection copy, you end up with pages that answer more questions without guessing. And when you add UGC itself, you're showing proof, not just claiming things. So the goal is simple. We're building a system that produces content and sales at the same time. Creators drive revenue through their links and codes, and the content they create becomes on-site content that improves your product pages and collection pages over time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a real creator program in Buzzbassador so creators get their own discount code and referral link. They earn commission when they drive sales, and they can also submit UGC inside campaigns. Then I'll show you exactly how to take that content and add it to your Shopify store in spots that matter. If you're new here, my name is Calvin. I'm the founder of Buzzbassador. I've helped Shopify brands drive $70 million in tracked sales. I've worked with hundreds of brands across the globe, and our platform has over 500,000 users. In this video, I'm going to keep this super practical and walk you through the exact setup step by step. I'll also show you how I turn creator captions into actual on-page copy, so this ties back to your store in ways that make sense. One more thing, you can only reuse creator content if you have express permission and the creator needs to follow proper disclosure when posting. I'm going to show you where to bake that into your application and your campaign terms so you can confidently use the creator's content on your website. All right, let's jump in. I'm in Buzzbassador now, and we're going to build this in 3 parts: the application form, the program settings, and the campaigns. We're going to start off at the left menu and click Recruit. And we'll click Application Form. At the top, you're building the form you're going to share to collect applicants. Start in the form design section. Set your form title to something clear like Apply for our Creator Program. Then in the description, tell them what happens after they submit. Keep it short and specific. If approved, you'll receive a personal discount code and a referral link, and you may be invited to content campaigns where you can earn extra rewards. Upload a feature image if you want. Choose an accent color and click Save. Now scroll down to the fields and questions section. We're going to add basic questions like their name and email. We're going to add their social handles. We're going to ask questions like what type of content they like to create. If you plan to ship products, we're going to collect shipping details right here in the application form. That way, once someone is approved, you can ship them their product immediately without going back and forth. Now add a required checkbox here for content permission disclosures. We're going to make it clear that if they participate in our program and in our campaigns, they're giving us permission to reuse submitted content for marketing, and they agree that they will include proper disclosure when posting. We're making it required and linking our terms in this section. At the top right, you'll see Route To. We're going to set up programs next, and then we're going to come back to the route section in this application form and set that. Now we're going to click Program. We're going to start with the program title. We're going to name it something that matches what we're using it for. So for example, creators or UGC crew. In the description, this is for us on the back end to make notes about this program. So if we have specific notes about their discount codes or referral links, or maybe their commission, or who is going to be invited to certain campaigns, we'll list that here. Then we'll scroll down to the discount code section. This is essentially giving a code to your members as a gift for joining your program. So I'll go ahead and set the title name, and I'll set the discount value. We'll keep this a percentage and set it for 25%. We'll also restrict this code to member use only. And we're going to go to the referral section. The referral section is the code that they use to actually promote with online or over social media. We'll set that value. Also, if you want to set certain product eligibility, so allowing these codes only to work for certain collections or products, we can set that here as well. Now set up the commission and tracking for this program so members can earn when they drive purchases. This makes it a real creator program, not just a content request. Then we're going to save this program. Now we're going to go back to the recruit section, then the application form section, and we're going to set that route to this program. That way, when somebody applies and gets approved, they land in the right program automatically. Now we're going to build the campaigns to collect the content. Then create a new campaign and choose the post on social type. The step one is designing it. So we'll set a clear campaign title, something like Instagram Reel UGC or try-on video. Add a short description that tells members what they're actually creating and what they need to submit. In the campaign terms conditions, paste your term URL. This is where we're going to reinforce that they're agreeing to include permissions to reuse their content. We're going to click next. Step 2 is the requirements, and we're going to choose the content type that we want them to be posting. And now we're going to fill the content requirements with actually what we want them to be posting and what we want their content to show. We're going to include what we want the captions to look like and what counts as proof. We're going to fill in the required mentions, and we're going to fill in the required hashtags. This is where we're going to add the disclosure hashtag requirements based on your arrangement. So like hashtag ad or hashtag sponsor. If you want raw files for your store, put it directly in the requirements. Tell them to submit the post link in screenshots in Buzzbassador, and also provide raw video file or original photos as a part of the deliverable. That can be sent through Google Drive or something similar to that. Then we're going to click next, and we're going to go to the reward section. We're going to set the reward amount. This can be whatever you decide it to be. I'm just going to put $25 in here. So one reward is generated per approved post. So if you're allowing multiple posts, be intentional about the maximum number of submissions. We're going to click next. And step 4 is the assignee section. We're going to assign this campaign to the program we created and turn on the option to automatically assign to new members of that program. That's what makes this evergreen. New creators get routed into that program, and then they automatically get invited into the campaigns without you having to rebuild everything. We're now going to click next. And this part is the scheduling part. We're going to set our schedule. You can essentially run this in a defined window. You can keep it rolling so creators can complete it on an ongoing basis if you want it to be evergreen. If you want to create another scheduling, this is where you would make that designation. And we're going to click save. Now you have creators coming in, earning on sales, and submitting content in a consistent format. The next part is where the SEO connection becomes real, because now we take what creators are saying and we turn it into on-site content that makes for better pages. We're going to use creator captions and creator language in 2 ways. First, we're going to add the UGC itself to the product page and the collections. And then second, we're going to take the best lines from their captions and turn that into fit notes, use case bullets, FAQs, and collection descriptions that match how shoppers are searching and the questions that they're actually asking. Back in Buzzbassador, go to the campaign submissions, open the submissions, and you'll see post links and screenshots. When you approve it, you're not just approving the content, you're capturing usable inputs for your store. Save the link, save the caption text, save the screenshots, and save the raw files if you're collecting those. Now pull 3 to 5 useful phrases from the caption that you can reuse as factual on-page copy. These are usually things like fit notes or sizing guides, how it feels, how it looks in lighting, what makes it different. Now we're going to jump into Shopify. We're going to go to content and then files, and then we're going to upload the raw UGC videos and photos so they're ready to use in the theme. We're going to name the files by product and creator handle so we can find them later. Now we're going to go to the online store, then themes, then customize. We're going to switch the page selector to product page, and we're going to add a section near the product description. We're going to use a gallery or a video section depending on the theme, and we're going to title it something clear like real customer try-ons or creator demos. We're going to add 2 to 6 pieces of content per product and then click save. Now update the actual product page copy using the best creator language you pulled in. Add a small fit note block, add a short FAQ, add 2 to 4 bullets under the description that address the exact questions creators answered. Keep it factual. If the creator says, I'm 5'7" and wore medium, that's a fit note. If they say this doesn't ride up, that's comfort and use case context. Use this language, but only keep what you can stand behind. And then we're going to click save. Now, I did just want to mention that I used Shopify's AI chatbot to help me build this gallery section in this page. It really helped with making the video bigger, making the images on the right hand side actually filter through. So if you want that AI prompt, just comment down below in the comment section and I'll send it over. And that's it. Creators produce the language and proof shoppers care about. Buzzbassador gives you the structure to collect it with clear permissions and clear requirements. And Shopify is where you turn it into evergreen on-site content that keeps your pages improving. Now, the closing piece is make sure you're not treating this like a one-time campaign. This is a system. Buzzbassador routes applicants into the program, auto-assigns campaigns to new members, schedules your campaign so you always have fresh content coming in, and build on the habits of updating the pages that matter first. Your best sellers, your top collections, and then expand from there. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.